Welcome to the second season of Our Schools, Our Future. Please join us each month where you can hear exciting new initiatives going on in our Catholic schools. I also want to take this opportunity to thank WLAE for giving us this opportunity to give you more information about the exciting things going on in the Archdiocese. And we'll be right back for our first guest, Sister Michelle Geiger.
The science of learning is an imperfect one. But Louisiana Catholic schools have consistently instituted a formula for success. An astonishing 95% of Catholic school students go on to college. And last year, they brought with them over $185 million in scholarship awards. Shouldn't you invest in success and the confident leaders of tomorrow? Louisiana Catholic schools, in a class of their own.
I have with us Sister Michelle Geiger from Academy of Our Lady. Thank you so much for being here with us, Sister Michelle.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Well, I hear some exciting things are going on at Academy of Our Lady. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
We are so excited. On December 11th, we're going to do our groundbreaking for our new campus. So that is just exciting news for all of us.
And that campus is going to be beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about what the buildings are going to be and what it's going to look like?
Sure, we're going to have 8 buildings, and I think what's really beautiful about this campus is it was a campus designed around a curriculum. We sent all of our teachers out to look at other high schools around the nations that had built a new building, and then they brought it back. We got together all the ideas. We included our parents, asking them, what do you want to see in the curriculum for your daughters for the future? So with the programs that the parents picked out, culinary arts, the medical profession, law and civil leadership and technology, we've actually built our campus around a curriculum and around a format for the students.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I know from visiting the campus where you are now that this is going to be a nice change. However, the technology that I've seen in your school is just cutting edge. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We're really lucky. We've been a one-to-one school for 6-7 years already, which means that every student either has their own laptop or iPad. It's a completely wireless campus. So our teachers already know how to teach through technology. Every room has the walk and talk board, and in our new campus we're actually going to do almost all TV sets except in our math class because they'll interact with the iPad. We're in the process right now where we're both and. Some of our students have the laptops, some of our students have the iPads, and then the students have the option to check out of the library the piece of technology they don't have. So for our younger students who primarily use the iPad, most of their textbooks and workbooks are on the iPad, so it makes it very easy for them never to forget to do their homework because they forgot the book. So it's all right there for them, and they're learning to use that technology. Our older students, our seniors, still have the laptop, which is really a nice transition because our students learn in class both platforms. They learn the Microsoft Windows and then they learn the Apple platform. So they can use either and do very well in either world.
That's wonderful. You know, in our many conversations and my visits to Academy of Our Lady, the center of everything is our Catholic faith. And I know as you embark upon this new venture, we've talked about the chapel. And where is that going to be located? And can you tell us a little bit about the new chapel?
I am so excited. The new chapel is really the heart of our campus. We have 2 quads, and in one of the quads the chapel will be present, and it'll be easily accessible to all the students. Right now we have the Shrine of Mary Help of Christians, and it's beautiful to see how many students stop in between classes at lunchtime in the evening. And that same spirit is just going to be allowed to grow at our new chapel in our new school.
You know, and when I come there, like I said before, I feel that warmth, I feel that family atmosphere. And the first time I went to visit as superintendent, the people really were talking about the new school building, and they were very excited about it. But what I also found so interesting is those parents whose children were not going to get to see the new building and be part of the student body at that time we're so thankful for the wonderful education that they've gotten at Academy of Our Lady. And they said, you know, we want to see the new building, but we're just real pleased with what our children have gotten while they were at Academy of Our Lady. So congratulations about that. But when is the new building supposed to be finished?
We'll begin groundbreaking. We'll begin in December. It's an 18-month build, so we'll be ready to open for the school year in August 2014. So the dream that was planted will come to fruition then. So the strong academic program, and I think that's what makes the parents so happy, is right now we have a very strong academic and technological program. It's just going to be able to continue to grow on the new campus with the students.
And how many students do you have this year at your school?
Right now we have about 500 students, which is really the maximum for our campus that we can have, which makes it exciting. The new campus is built for between 600 and 700, so our family will be allowed to grow as we move into the new campus.
Well, I think that's wonderful. And could you tell us how many years has Academy of Our Lady been in existence?
Academy of Our Lady came into existence in 2007. So we've already had our first graduating class. Last year was the first class where from 8th grade all the way through 12th grade they were with us. So it's really exciting to see how much our students love being Academy of Our Lady.
And Sister, I have to say too, I've known you for several years.
My former teacher.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, I taught Sister Michelle at Our Lady of Holy Cross College in the leadership department. And Sister, I have to say, you know, when I see you leading the school in such a positive way, with our faith being paramount in everything that you do, I really I think you're doing a wonderful job, and I'm just so proud of you, and I'm proud of just everything you're accomplishing. And the other thing I want to mention is I've been also so impressed with your faculty.
We have a wonderful faculty. I really think what's beautiful is we're a merged school, and the best teachers from Immaculata and the best teachers from blank, the ones who really had the kids at heart, stayed on and developed it. And then we've been joined by new faculty who are just Academy of Our Lady, but really a family faculty, a faculty of faith. I can say every one of our teachers are there because they believe in the mission of Catholic education. And then I think that's transmitted to our school. Before the interview, I was telling you about our peer ministers. One of the things I find beautiful is our faculty and students do service together, they do ministry together, they're Eucharistic ministers together, they worship together. And I think that's what brings the family spirit, the Salesian family spirit, to Academy of Our Lady.
Well, it's so obvious. It's so obvious that permeates everything that you all do. And then that's what makes us Catholic. It's who we are, it's what we do. And I can feel that in a very strong way at Academy of Our Lady. So I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for your ministry.
Well, thank you very much. And do remember to pray for our ministry and that our school gets built into God's plan for the young people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Michelle. And thank you, and we look forward to seeing you after this break.
Imagine America's largest stage, dark, or the nation's biggest schoolhouse, empty, or the greatest library of documentary programming, closed forever. It could happen if funding for PBS is eliminated. Find out more about the threat to PBS at 170millionamericans.org.
I have with me Vanessa Chavez, principal of St. Peter Claver. Vanessa, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, some exciting things have happened in the last year at St. Peter Claver. I was at the dedication of the new building.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us some things that have happened recently?
Well, of course, we had the dedication of the new building. We have a new early childhood building that we dedicated in February of last year. It's a wonderful building. Parents are excited about the building. The kids are excited about it. It allowed us to implement some different programs, educational programs in the school. We actually have a pre-K3 class.
Oh, great.
That we've not had in the past, and it's a wonderful, vibrant class of 20 kids in that class.
Wow. Well, that's great.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes. We are, of course, an African American school, Catholic school, inner city school, and probably the highest rate of Catholics in our school. We have about 68% Catholic in our school, and about 50% of those kids belong to the parish. And we have a wonderful relationship with the parish and the school.
Well, I know the ministry of the school is very important to the pastor, Father Michael Jacques.
Yes, yes, yes it is. Yes, it is. He is very instrumental in getting things done with the school as well as the parish. He's always said that if there was no school, he wouldn't be there, and he's been there almost 30 years now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And at the dedication, I had the privilege of being at the Mass as well, mm-hmm. and I saw just such a vibrant feel in the community. It's really an exciting, enthusiastic place to be.
Yes, it really is. The kids that we have there are excited. They're excited about being there, but they're also excited that they can pray, you know, and that they can talk about who God is. And they know who God is. You know, they are very spirit-filled kids, and it is truly a blessing to have that in a school.
Well, you know, one of the things that I want to talk to you about is the Student Scholarship for Educational Excellence, that you have taken part in that program since 2008.
Yes, since its inception, yes.
And it has given us it's given us an opportunity to really have children live in an environment of our faith through their education and learn about our faith. Could you tell us a little bit about that program?
Well, it is a scholarship program that was implemented, of course, by Governor Jindal, and we've had the opportunity to educate kids since the program, since the existence of the program, and we have kids that have come to us that we have now that are struggling grade level with the dedication and help of the teachers. We're getting those kids to their grade level or sometimes even above the grade level. Our test scores this year increased tremendously, so we're very proud and pleased with that. It's a wonderful program. It's given parents who would not have had the opportunity to send their kids to a Catholic school.
Well, you know, the School Leadership Center of Greater New Orleans aggregated the data, and actually on the 4th grade level, in the math part of the LEAP test, our students on the Scholarship for Excellence increased 20%, and in the language arts part of the test, they actually, in that component, they actually increased 10%.
Yes, yes.
So I think we're succeeding in offering those students a very strong academic program.
Yes.
But as you said, I think the most important part of it is that we have the opportunity to impart our Catholic faith on the students, on all the students in the school.
Yes, yes, yes. We have a liturgy every Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, which all of our kids, even our babies, attend Mass on Wednesdays. We invite our parents and grandparents to attend Mass. They all have a wonderful time when they're at Mass. And we have a really strong school choir that's directed by my vice principal and also the deacon of St. Peter Claver.
That's great.
Deacon Lawrence Houston.
Oh, and Lawrence is just such a nice person.
Yes, he is.
And he's a lot of fun.
Yes, he is.
And you can tell he loves the kids.
Yes, he does. He does.
You know, let me ask you this. Last year, you implemented Discovery Walks.
Yes.
Which was basically so external people that would come in and work with your faculty and work with you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we implemented the Discovery Walks. The Discovery Walks helped us to help me to develop professional development in the areas of teaching strategies, increasing standardized test scores, tutoring after school. So it was a lot of different components to the Discovery Walk, and that has been a tremendous help for us. And we've improved just over the first year that we've had the Discovery Walks.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes.
And are you working with the School Leadership Center again this year?
Yes, I am.
With the Discovery Walks?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Well, the Discovery Walks were how we met.
Yes,
Not Discovery Walks, the School Leadership Center.
Yes, yes, yes. I am a fellows. I've been a fellows since 2000. Yes, and you and I met there and have become friends.
Right.
Since then, yes.
Well, and I just have a lot of admiration and respect for everything you do. And as I said, every time that I've been to St. Peter Claver, I just see a special, well, it's what everything a Catholic school should be.
Yes.
It really is. It just, it does so much, I think, for the children to be in that environment. It's just about time for us to finish up, but is there anything else you want to share with us?
I just want to share that none of this would be possible without the staff that I have, my faculty, my staff. All of us are working together, and we're on the same page, speaking the same language, and it's just a strong foundation that we have there, and I just thank God for them. I thank God for them, and I thank God for you also, because you have been tremendous influence, of tremendous help with us, and just pray for you every day.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. That's so nice of you to say that, and I thank you for your leadership and your ministry, and you are doing a phenomenal job at St. Peter Claver. And I also thank you for the way you've implemented the scholarship program for children, to give them the opportunity to learn about our faith, and because that's who we are.
Yes,
that's everything we do.
It is who we are. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, and we'll hear about the strategic plan going on in the Archdiocese of New Orleans Catholic Schools.
What will the world ask of them? Whatever it is, they'll be prepared to answer. Because in a safe and disciplined environment, Louisiana Catholic schools shape tomorrow's leaders. Catholic students are rising. 99% graduate. Almost all go to college. They'll earn higher wages, be community involved, more tolerant of diverse views. And the world will be better because of them. Louisiana Catholic schools, in a class of their own.
Welcome back. I'm so pleased to have Sarah McDonald, Director of Communications for the Archdiocese of New Orleans, with us today. And we're going to talk about the strategic plan, where we are in that process, as well as the restructuring of the Catholic Schools Office. So Sarah, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jan, for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, we have worked very hard on the strategic plan over the past few months, and formulating, well, the Archdiocese for the past couple of years, but you in particular in just helping us formulate the process and what we want to do. So I want to let everyone know about the history and about that.
Well, sure, and it has been a long time coming, with a more formal process really just getting started in the last couple of years and sort of getting to a culmination point. But I think it's a really exciting opportunity for our schools. It's like you mentioned, we're going to talk about the restructuring of your office as well, but all the changes and all the opportunities that are available in Catholic schools through Catholic education in the city of New Orleans and beyond. It's just a really exciting time, and I know you held a meeting on Monday of this past week, and you got together all of the presidents and principals, all of the clergy. Tell us about
the religious superiors.
That's right. Tell us about how that meeting went.
Well, you know, we've been working on the strategic plan, getting input from stakeholders, getting input from parents. Last time you were on the show, we talked about the town hall meetings.
That's right.
And we saw a lot of emotion for Catholic education. Well, the plan from the consultants from Catholic University, Dr. Cavi and DeFury, as well as the Strategic Planning Committee, their plan was given to the Archbishop in June. And as the Archbishop has said so often, it's still a working document.
Right.
Nothing has been decided. So Monday was the opportunity for, as you said, the religious orders, the clergy, administrators to all come together and put our handprint on the plan. And I must say, we did that, and you were there.
A lot of passion in the room, which is a good thing, because without that passion, the vocation is dull and dry. Right. So it's truly people who see Catholic education as a mission, as a vocation in their lives.
Well, and what I was so pleased, out of 150 recommendations, all of the recommendations except 10, so 140 out of 150, had a consensus of 75% or above. And especially when you talk about Catholic identity and academics, most of those, the consensus was at 100 or 99. So that tells me that we're all on the same page on what a Catholic school looks like. And now we can implement different components of the plan in our schools. The same way with the academics. I mean, we know what we need to do to keep our schools where they need to be, and to be in a constant state of improvement using data-driven decisions academically. So I was excited that we were in agreement there. And then there were no surprises. The two areas about which we knew there would be concerns are the finances and then the school structure. So I think it was a wonderful opportunity. It was done in a very respectful way.
Very much so.
Where we had real good discussion about what the next step is. And I think the next step is that we need to look at this. We need to look at this as a family of schools and see what works in our family of schools in those two areas in particular.
And I think, again, it's very important, as you mentioned, the whole Catholic identity piece, people being so on board with what is a Catholic school as we are facing competition from charter schools, from magnet schools, from private schools. It's so important for parents to be able to understand why they're choosing a Catholic school, and that Catholic identity piece has such a big part of that, because the private schools and the charter schools can have great academics as well. We want them to. We want them to. But that Catholic identity is just so vital and so important to the future of our schools, as well as you have always said that the three components of the plan that you are most concerned about were the Catholic identity, high academic standards, and affordability for families who wanted to receive an education.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, we want accessibility. We want people that want a Catholic education to be able to come to our schools. And we're working on all of those components. But as you pointed out, the Catholic identity piece and the strong academics, all of us are on the same page with that. And I was so pleased. There are some recommendations. We can always improve.
Sure.
But now it's time to implement those recommendations. And then we have to look, as I said, at the family of schools and what the grade level structure. What we're going to do as far as that goes, by the end of the meeting, I really felt a consensus where people said, we do need change. Mm-hmm. We see we need change. But coming up with what that change is going to be, that's a little more difficult. So now our office is going to come together and come up with some real interesting ideas and then present them to the principals through the advisory council. We have a subcommittee in the Administrative Advisory Council, which is an advisory council of about 65 principals. We have a subcommittee, and their purpose is grade level structure.
Okay.
So it's about 5 or 6 principals of both high school and elementary schools, and they're going to come together, look at some ideas that we've had. They're going to help us formulate ideas, and then we'll present it to the whole council. And after that, I'll bring it to the Archbishop. And we're going to do this relatively quickly. I would hope to have all of this in place as to what we're going to do in December. Now, of course, these recommendations, once we formulate them, it's going to be maybe even a couple of years before some of the recommendations are implemented. I mean, there'll be no surprises. Everyone will know what the timeline is, and we'll announce all of that, all of what we're doing and how we're implementing the recommendations.
Sure, and just for our viewers who are watching, the grade level structure, you're talking about where the schools are K through 8, K through 7, high schools from 8 through 12.
Right.
Those types of things, because New Orleans is a unique model, as it is currently, with many of our high schools going that 8 to 12 model and some of our elementary schools going K through 7. But there are models out there in other Catholic systems, Catholic school systems, that we're going to be looking to, from what I understand, and they were brought up in the meeting. And one of the things that I think was so interesting, and you touched on it a little bit, was that people agree that it need change, but that maybe we need to look at many options, other opportunities. One size doesn't fit all.
Right.
And I think what was very clear in the meeting was that you, the Archbishop, your staff, have not made the decisions, and you truly were seeking the input of the people who were gathered there.
Right. And I think within the strategic plan, there were several options talking about different type of grade level structures, which we can visit and look at that. So I'm excited about it, but I mean, I think that was very evident. No decisions have been made, but people can always call and get in touch with me, email me or call me if they hear rumors or they just want some more information. I welcome that, and I think those conversations are very important. But Sarah, I just want to say thank you to you, because you have a lot going on, and throughout this whole process, you were there to just see, okay, what can we do about getting people together? What would be the best way to communicate this? And I have to say, You are excellent at what you do.
Well, thank you. I'm probably going to be blushing. Thank you.
I sincerely thank you for that, and I thank you for your ministry to Catholic education.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being part of it.
Well, and I thank you so much for joining us today. We love talking about Catholic education, so I hope that you will join us again next month, and we'll learn more about our schools as well as an update with the strategic plan. Thank you.